Here is a demo of the app wherein there's this button which is asking us to click to start the text scanner. At the bottom left corner you can see no text because there's no text that has been captured till now. Now let me click to start the text scanner, and as I click you can see it has got capture a photo, and as you can see now there is this capture photo and crop it. So we now let us go to Android Studio and see how this can be done. Now here is Android Studio, and let's now start discussing what exactly needs to be done here. So in this manifest you can see that we have first taken the permission for using the camera. Then we have the main activity. This is a launcher activity which is shown to the user when the app is launched. Then we also have a metadata tag here which talks about the dependencies that we're going to use here in this app. So these dependencies will also be mentioned in the app module Gradle file. And there's another activity here, camera activity. This is the activity which actually scans and captures the text that is being displayed. So now let me first show you the main activity, which is a launcher activity. Here is a launcher activity which has got two text. There's a text view and a string text txt, and you can ignore this. This is not really required. You have a button here, and then we are functioning this button here. And whenever you click on this button, you are taken to the next activity. As you can see, I've used start activity here, and this takes you to camera activity. And in the camera activity, what is going to happen is something which we will discuss next. But before that, you can see that there is this bundle B is going to get intent, get extras. We are basically preparing ourselves for some kind of intent that is going to get received by this activity. Let us see what that is after we come back from camera activity. We also doing one more thing, that is when we go on pause, when this activity goes on pause, we finish it. This is a good practice to do when you know that you're not going to use an activity anymore. It's good that you destroy it using finish. Now let me show you the activity underscore main. There's nothing much to discuss here, although we have a relative layout which has got button, click to start the text scanner, and then you have a text view which is taking responsibility for displaying the text that is shown on the screen. Now let me take you to camera activity. Now, camera activity is where a lot of action is happening. We have a camera source class here. We are making an reference of it. You will also be making use of surface view here. Surface view is nothing but a class which provides a dedicated drawing surface embedded inside of a view hierarchy. So it basically provides a drawing surface, and we are going to make use of this drawing surface to scan it and see what all is there on the text. Then we are using a string builder, and then we have another string text detected. These are a couple of variables that we have created so that we can actually capture the text that is getting displayed. Then we have a request camera permission ID 1001. This is basically a code that we have created so that we can check if the permission has been received or not. And finally, another variable text detected, which is false as of now. Now, when this when this activity gets launched, we are creating a view here, view object here, which is surface view, find view by ID surface view. Let me take you to camera activity underscore camera. As you can see, this entire surface is being utilized by surface view, and this is both match parents. So this entire screen is going to get used by surface view. We created an object of surface view here, and then comes the real the boss of this app, which is text recognizer. This is the thing which is going to get used here so that we can recognize the text. That also reminds me of another thing that I need to tell you. You need to go into your build.gradle module app. Please make sure you're going into this one, and then you can you need to mention this dependency here, that is basically a play service vision 980. So of course I'm being told here that the newer version is available, so you can take the latest version, and here you have to make this a dependency in your manifest so that you can start making use of this class, and that is text recognizer. So what this class does is it basically recognizes the text. Like I always say, the good thing about Android is that most of the classes, in fact all the classes, when you read their names you know what the class does, right? So this basically recognizes the text, and then we have a builder here that this must be an inner class, if I'm not mistaken. This is yeah, it should be an inner class only. And then we are making we're providing it the current application context and calling the build method on it. And finally we are finding out if the text recognizer is operational. In some cases, in case it is not operational, then this log will be generated, which will let us know that detected dependencies are not yet available. But this should not be the case because everything is fine here. We are here we are we created an object, m camera source, of the class camera source, and this will finally define how are we going to actually scan the thing. So what is the hardware or what is the infrastructure that we are providing so that we can scan the text. So in our case it's a camera, and we are providing the details like these: camera facing back, and then you can also set these values: requested preview size, requested fps. These are technical things. If you are into photography and all, you will understand. And set for autofocus enabled true. So if you remember, when I showed you the demo, the text was auto focused. I did not have to focus it, right? Finally we build it. So camera source is ready. Our infrastructure has been provided to text recognizer object, so that the text recognizer can scan the text. Finally we are calling get holder and add callback. So what is happening here is that this surface is the surface that we have mentioned in our activity camera. When programmatically it gets created and it is ready to scan, then this method will be called. And first and foremost thing that you need to do here is, first you need to check if the permission is there or not. So if the permission has been granted, then you can start the process of scanning the text. On surface changed and surface destroyed have been kept like this only. The camera will be stopped if the surface is destroyed. And finally we are calling set processor on it. Set processor is the method that starts processing the text that is getting received. So we call new detector dot processor text block. This is a generic that has been created so that we can read the texts in blocks. Finally, a method is here, receive detections. This will be called whenever the text will be detected, and everything that is coming from here will be passed on to this. So for my own for my own testing, I had put this log. If you want, you can remove it. And finally we are making a generic collection for a sparse array. These are the items that basically this is the text that we are going to get, and we are traversing this items from for the entire list, so that we can have the text in hand, which we ultimately display on the text view. Here is text detected. Text detected is initially it's false, and for the first time, when you will enter this, it will become it will enter this entire loop, and we will check that we will make it true, so that next time it does not enter. So one thing which I want to mention here is that this was my requirement. I wanted to just scan one text and get out of this entire activity. If you want to scan, or if you want to keep scanning more and more text, then of course you can remove this and make changes accordingly. Finally because we have all the text inside this items, we are now in this loop we are appending that text to the string builder object that we had created up there. And finally text detected is the string that has been detected, and we are converting sb to string. And if text detected is true, because initially it was false, but here we made it true, now it is true, and that's why this start activity will take you to the main activity dot class. And while taking you there, it will also put some content inside it, and that is the text detected. So basically this is how you can send this text from here to your previous main activity class. And this is again optional. I wanted to display a text, display the text on post message, and that's why I displayed it here. And finally, as you can see, this is it. This is all you need to do. And once, now let me take you back to main activity. Once you come back, because on create will be called, you will see bundle b is equal to get intent. So this bundle will get all the extras inside this intent with it in the b, and then we are extracting that string here by providing the right key, that is key. This is the same key that we provided here, right? So, and finally, we are setting the text as with whatever we got from the intent, we are setting it on the text view, and that's how you saw it in the text view, right? So this is how the app is working. Last portion is here, on permission request permissions result. When for the first time when you run this app, the permissions will be asked for, and depending on the results, the proper actions will be taken. I'm assuming that you will be allowing the app to use your camera, and that's why, that's how you will be able to make use of the app. That's about this. Let me know if you have any doubts or anything else that you want me to make. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video, share it with your friends, and do let me know if you have any app ideas that you want me to cover. I'll be very happy to do it for you. That's it. Take care. Bye bye.